Good morning, traders. I hope everybody's having a good day after Thanksgiving. If you celebrated in the U.S., you're feeling okay. You're not haven't injured any family members, and still talking to everybody. Hopefully that's good. Seems like family fighting is a big thing in the U.S. There seem to be a lot of just TV shows and comedy skits about it, but hopefully that was not the case for you. You may notice that it's just me this morning. I'm missing my glorious leader. Carlos is missing in action at the moment. If he doesn't show up by the end of the show, we may have to send the cops out for a health check, make sure he hasn't slipped into a turkey coma out there. But hopefully all is good.
It was all that jerky and wine.
Land. It could be. That's that's why I've got to go check on him, make sure he hasn't had some problems. But anyways, it's all good here. I had a busy day yesterday. No turkey for me. I was just running errands yesterday. Oh, which means we could rant. Do you want to rant right away? Guys, let's rant. I'm going to rant real quick. I went shopping yesterday, and I don't have the other one here. But I went shopping, and I went to I was buying some clothes. And I went to one store. I could name it. Anyway, I went to like Old Navy, and I bought some clothes. Cheap clothes, right? Not sure if I like them, but I bring them home, and my wife tells me whether they're any good or not, right? So, but anyways, you got to use your fashion consultant. But no problem, right? I go into the store, I buy the clothes, they put in a bag, and I wander off. I go down the hall of the mall here to Hudson Bay Company, where I bought some clothes, and I paid 3 times the amount for the clothes I bought there than I did at Old Navy. And then she's like, "Would you like a bag for that? It'll be 35 cents." I'm like, I just spent $300 and you're going to charge me 35 cents for a bag? Come on, man. Like that annoyed me more than anything else. 35 cents. Damn it.
You should have just waited until you're in Colombia. Get some something cheaper.
Free bags? Free clothes? Yeah. Well, I don't trust that I couldn't even find clothes that fit me in North America, so I'm not trusting that in Colombia I'm going to be able to find clothes that would fit me. So anyways, I don't know. These days, I remember the day bags were free everywhere. Yeah, darn it. It does have handles, but it's paper. Shouldn't paper bags be free? I mean, it's not like it's one of those fancy reusable bags. It's just a paper bag. All right, enough. Okay, let's talk trading, guys. I thought I'd start with the rant because let's go to the economic calendar. You're going to find it very empty. There is nothing happening today on the economic calendar. Not a surprise, right? So let's all recall it's a short day today. If you're here, you're here for a good time, not a long time, right? Because the markets close at 1 p.m., which means we're probably going to have, the open is the open. It's probably going to open as normal. I would expect volumes after that to drop quickly, and it's probably going to be boring from about 10:30, 11 o'clock latest through till the 2 hours, right, until 1. So don't expect a lot of price action today. I could be wrong, right? I mean, it's going to have lower volume, which sometimes means we can get these outsized moves. I keep sort of warning you guys of that. Admittedly, it hasn't played out in the last couple of times we've had the opportunity, but you never know. So you really need to be aware of that, right? Because if you think, it's moving real slightly, I'm going to take a really tight stop, you could find this thing pounding through or past your stop very quickly. So, stay aware, stay alert, even on these days where you get the low volume and not much is happening. All right. Okay, so economic calendar doesn't have much. How about the earnings calendar? Nope, struck out there too. There is nothing on the on the earnings calendar. As you can see, markets were closed. Nobody was having earnings on Thursday, Friday. We also got nothing, pretty much. I mean, anyways, nothing tradable. So I checked that this morning. There was absolutely nothing there, which leaves us only with our gappers. So our gappers is probably, I'm not so far, just first glance, not seeing a lot that I love. So we'll go through the highlights here. We'll see what we actually get from it. Maybe we'll find something else. If not, we always have our old regulars, right? Never give up hope. The regulars are there for us, and I already see in the chat room, Jared is like, he's done already. He's already done trading. He was trading SMCI. Now I got to look and see what it was doing. Look at SMCI drop. There you go. That could be a one and done type move. You get a $4 move, $4 or $5 move off of that baby in the last couple of minutes. That'll carry you for the day. So, all right, well done, Jared. Now, Jared, normally, did you take the bounce or the drop? You're normally a bouncer. See if he's still bouncy boy. He's a bouncy boy. All right, so he got the bounce off of the low. That makes sense. That we get to know how each other trades. That makes sense with what he's done. All right, guys. So there you go. SMCI already moving. So we got to put that on our list, right? SMCI is already on the move. Why not? Got 3.2 million shares. Yeah, sure. I like it. Why not? I don't think there's any news on SMCI. It's just doing its stuff, right? It's been in constant play ever since they announced that, they're going to miss submitting their quarterly report, and their auditors quit in protest. So, yeah, it's still in play, as it looks like. So there it is. All right, let's go back to our gappers list here. I'm going to pick the top one off here. VCIG is the first one I see. Wow, decent volume. 4.8 million shares traded on this VCIG. Not a ticker I'm familiar with. This is a VCI Global Consulting Services out of Malaysia. Low float. It's already traded more than its float, with 5 million shares traded and only 3 million in the float. It's a high risk trade. It looks like they're using the buzzwords, though. They got they received a conditional letter of award for a $24 million AI contract. Did you catch the two key letters there? Right? AI. So they didn't even get the contract. It's just a conditional award. So they may not yet win this contract. However, the stock hasn't waited. The stock is up 32% on this. Let's see, $24 million contract from Hexatoff Group for a proposed data center project in Enstek City in Malaysia. Let's see what their annual revenue is. Yeah, see, their I can't speak. Their annual revenue is only $16 million. So a $24 million contract is pretty big for them, assuming they actually get it. All right, so if you like VCIG, by all means, let me look at the daily here quickly. See, this is what I thought. It's been sort of trending downwards. Ooh, it's now a $5 stock, but closed Wednesday as a $4 stock. So, all right, it's not horrible, to be honest. It's sort of okay. Not my favorite. I'm going to write it on my list here just to keep an eye on it. It is a low float, so sometimes on these days that's the type of stock that you may end up trading. All right. Let's move on. VMAC is the next one on my list. UMAC. Spoke incorrectly. This Unusual Machines is back again. This one came up earlier this week as we were looking at. If you remember, Donald Trump Jr., who got onto the board of this, and right. Sure. Okay. Interesting that they're issuing statements now that are distancing Donald Trump. Oh my God! Why can't I say that? Donald Trump Jr. They're issuing statements distancing him from political activity. This appointment is not political at all. It's because of his business connections. And okay, I will state, if you believe that, I have a bridge I'd like to sell you. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. The stock is moving as a result. We've got tons of volume, 7.4 million shares. I am noticing though this trades on the American exchange, which is basically like it's the penny stock exchange or the exchange for ETFs. So it means that it could be quite erratic. I mean, it's a $13 stock, but if we go to the daily, keep in mind where this came from, right? Just a couple of weeks ago, this thing was trading at about $1. So if you want to trade UMAC, I mean, it's in play. It's jumping. I won't argue that. But you got to consider it another high risk type float type stock. So you know what? It actually looks better than, like, all the details around it don't look good, but the trading looks good so far this morning. That this might actually be interesting, especially with the lower volume in the market. It might be the type of day where this UMAC can have some very interesting moves. So we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to move on my list just so we can get through them. ACHR is one of those. Megan, when she was on supporting me, mentioned this. So this must be the Megan effect. She mentioned that she had a long-term position in Archer Aviation because I was looking at my favorite, Joby, which actually is also on the list. I noticed they're both jumping up. Now, you'll also notice UMAC, ACHR, Joby, they're all drone companies, and we've had news and speculation about the government, especially with the new political management, if you will, coming in, that they may support increased drone usage with the U.S. military versus manned aircraft. And again, it's all speculation at this point. And we have to keep that in mind, right? Because when the speculation happens, buy the rumor, not the news. So this may be the only opportunity to trade these stocks as all of these drone companies rise. And then as we get closer or after inauguration, frankly, they may drop right off. Like we've seen this before. Again, I'm not suggesting that's exactly what's going to happen. I don't know, but I've just seen that pattern, right? If I think about when marijuana was legalized in Canada, right, as one of the first first world countries to legalize it, the marijuana stocks were going to the moon, but the day it was legalized, they dropped, and they have not been players ever since. So keep that in mind, right? As you're looking at these drone companies, this may be the opportunity to play them because everybody's speculating about what the value may be from the administration. The reality may be different, right? It's very hard to move, especially in-year committed contracts to other suppliers or find new money. So as much as there may be a desire to move to drones and away from the current Lockheed Martin jets, that maybe, it'll prove difficult. Lockheed Martin's going to fight against that or propose their own drones, right? Hey, if you want to move to it, we've got our own drone manufacturing. Do they? I'm assuming they do. They must. But anyways, they're going to look to preserve the dollars anyways, even if they can't do it all within the jet program. So we'll see what happens. At the moment, ACHR is moving up with 1.6 million shares traded and 9.5 percent growth. I mean, look at the price action, though. I do not like this. Frankly, UMAC was much better. ACHR doesn't look good. Look at the UMAC chart. At least it's moving steadily. This is what I've referred to many times as bar charting, right, or bar coding, where it looks, it's trading within a penny. This tells me that there's a fair amount of institutional interest in this and that it's being traded by computers because humans can't trade like we saw here between 8 o'clock and about 8:30. Now we're seeing a little bit more activity in it, which is good, but yeah, not loving it quite as much. So there you go, ACHR. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to move. Let me just look at Joby since it's a little bit down the list, but it's in the same vein. Yeah. Also, see the barcoding effect. Don't like either one of these. So if you're looking to trade drones, it looks like UMAC may be your candidate. Again, don't love it, but the chart doesn't look that bad. So we'll see where it goes. All right, others on my list, RCAT. You notice, by the way, we got a lot of low float type stocks. I expect that on a day like today. You're not going to see deep pocketed volumes, right? The big money is still having their Thanksgiving. I doubt there's going to be a lot of people in the Wall Street offices today. It's going to be a much lighter day on the markets. Expect overall volumes to be down compared to normal. That would be my prediction. Anyways, RCAT is a Red Cat Holdings. Not really familiar with this company. Let's see what they're about and if they have any news. Why are they on my list? They had announcement of a new chief revenue officer. So this is the head finance guy. Oh, no, wait a second. Revenue officer. What does a chief revenue officer mean? Sales guy? I don't even know. They invent all these terms. Back in my day, when I was a corporate schmuck, we kept it simple, right? CEO, CIO, CFO. Then they started adding all these terms. CRO, what the heck's that? Chief Marketing Officer, CHRO, Human Resources Officer, even a CIO, Chief Information Officer, is a relatively new one. But yeah, you guys can all have a drink, Adrian. I mentioned corporate life, but there you go. There's a yet another rant for you. They're just inventing all these terms. It's like roll inflation out there. You know, you get all these people that should have just been vice presidents. Now they're all chief something officer. Whatever. Anyways, they have appointment of a new CRO, whatever that is.
You can probably replace them with AI eventually.
Replace them all. Absolutely. All hail our robot overlords.
Have you ever seen Futurama?
Of course, yes.
It's a great show. That reminds me of the robot executives at the network. And they just
they've had
like roll dice and use random surveys to make decisions.
We're not that far from it today, really. If you've never been in a boardroom for a boardroom discussion, once you realize how decisions are made, it's pretty much random. Let's face it. People like to pretend it's on lots of detailed analysis. It's not. I've seen the sausage get made. Anyways, there you go. I'm on a rant spree this morning, guys. So if you don't like it, all I can say is my apologies. If you do, thumbs up me. All right, MSTR, next one on our list here. It's another one that's been moving like crazy over the last little while, and today it's still moving. Lower volume though, 1.2 million shares. Look at the price action. Remember the barcoding I was telling you guys about? I'm starting to see that a little bit here on MSTR. Now, the difference here is that this is a $1, this is a 50-cent range, maybe I should say, right? Not a 1 penny range. So MSTR is probably still in play. I mean, just look at the daily, right? We can see how much this thing moves. I mean, even a small day had something like a $50 range on it. So yeah, I mean, if you don't mind the spread, which can be $1 to $3 wide at times. I mean, it rarely goes below $1. You can, by all means, right? Take a chance on MSTR. Jared seems to be lying to us. He said he was done, and yet I see him in our chat room still plugging away here at SMCI. So he clearly decided he was not done trading more. So good for him, though. Why not? Hey, sometimes you see opportunity, Jared, right? And you got to jump on it. So I'll go for it. All right, guys, I'm going to keep moving down my list. Clear Spark is on the list, CLSK. I see that here now, or Clean Spark, I guess what it's properly called. I don't see any real news on this. What did Bitcoin do? Bitcoin doesn't look like it did much over the Thanksgiving holiday. Did go up a little bit, heading back towards the 100,000 mark that has yet to break. It's proven to be a little tough to get through the $100,000 for a Bitcoin. So, you never know. Maybe this weekend is the weekend. I'll find out from Colombia. We'll let you know. But anyways, we'll see what happens with it. But right now, ClearSpark is moving. I see IREN on the list as well. Also a sort of a Bitcoin play. So moving a little bit. Don't love either one of those. Last but not least on my gap up list is Applied Materials. Surprised to see it here. Lower volume though, under 300,000 shares. Pre-market action does not look good. Yeah, I'm just, you know what? Let's garbage truck that. I missed the garbage truck. Where is it? And then I get to see Carlos's face too. There he is. Meep, meep. We need a horn in that. All right. But I love the sounds. Okay, guys, so that's what I have for the gap up list. What else do we have gapping up? Well, most of the Magnificent Seven are gapping up. I see Tesla, right? Tesla up here, 1.4 million shares. So actually not bad volume for Tesla so far today. Price action looks a little flat. It's not great, but it's there. What else have I got? I've got Meta is gapping up marginally this morning. Actually, now that I'm looking at the list, it's about 50-50, right? Because Microsoft is gapping down just a little bit. Apple is gapping down just a bit, and is Google. So we've got a few that are just gapping down here below Wednesday's close. So mixed picture here on the Magnificent Seven. Speaking of gapping down, what else? What do we have on the gap down list this morning? I've got ZENA or ZENA for my American friends. Also back on our list today. I didn't think we'd hear from this again. Surprised to see it back on our list. It's got 800,000 shares traded this morning. Definitely, it's sort of slowly moving itself off the list. However, it was another drone play, so a little surprised to see it gapping down, but it had some of the bigger gaps up last week. We were looking at this. There she is. This is not how you spell it, but we still any excuse to get the warrior princess on the screen. All right, thanks, Zena. All right, so there you go, Zena. If you like it, I don't. We'll move on here. NU. New Holdings is on the list, gapping down this morning about 5% with 1.5 million shares traded. Yeah, don't love the look of that, to be honest. Let's look at what the price action looks like. Pretty smooth moving down here. This is a low float. Well, actually, it's not. I thought it said 3 million shares in the float. It's actually 3 billion shares in the float. But as a Cayman Islands held stock, I'm just staying away from it. If you like it, go for it. I'm staying away. Qubit, QUBT. We were talking about the quantum stocks earlier in the week. Looks like quantum is here, but this time gapping down a little bit. Let's see, what are we gapping down? We're only gapping down about 5% here. 1.7 million shares traded so far. Before the holiday break, before the Thanksgiving break, we talked about how quantum had a place in the Amazon Web Services advisory program. So good news for quantum computing. Looks like it's not going to keep propelling them higher. They did jump up, and then they've been trending sort of in this range here for the last couple of days. So I think it's just going to stay in this range. I don't think QUBT will be interesting. We already talked about SMCI. We know that it had a big drop earlier this morning. Jared was happily trading that and was taking it on the bounce, as he is wont to do. So that's good. And the last I see on my list, interesting here, we've got PBR and Valet. So both Brazilian. I think they're both. I know Valet is Brazilian. Is PBR? I think it's also Brazilian. Yeah, Brazilian oil and gas for PBR, and Brazilian a mining company in Valet that are both gapping down. Why are they gapping down this morning? Something happened in Brazil? What do you have? Is there like some international news? I don't see any news on the stock. They talk about distributing dividends. Yeah, I don't see any real news. Maybe something's happening in Brazil I'm not aware of. But I see Valet, and maybe they're just on the list because nothing else is moving. So it just gives them that opportunity. They don't look good, though. These mining stocks, oil and gas, typically don't trade well, so I just avoid them altogether. All right, so that's what I've got on my list. Guys, if you have anything that I haven't talked about that you want to see up on the screen, let me know. Whether you're out there in YouTube land or you're in the chat room, I'd love to understand what you're looking at and what you'd like for me to take a peek at. Just go through here, see if you guys... UMAC, I see mentioned. Yeah, we already looked at that. VCIG, we looked at off the top. Both of those were gapping up. Yeah, I don't see much else. Okay, guys. Well, look, what I haven't looked at is any of the semis, really. I mean, Applied Materials on the gap down list. Let's look and see what NVIDIA is doing. Actually, it's pretty decent volume this morning. 8.5 million shares on NVIDIA. Not doing much. I mean, it's gapping up about 0.9%, so just under a percentage point, up $1.20. Yeah, I mean, it's always in play, right? It's my new favorite, my go-to, I'll admit. So that's good. We'll keep that on the list. AMD, which used to be the one I would look at all the time, not trading as well these days. just doesn't quite have the volume behind it and the enthusiasm it used to. So Nvidia is my go-to. I see Louis, you're mentioning Hood or Lewis, however I should say it. Let's see, 370,000 shares, not really doing much this morning. It's up only 2%. There's some news on this that I should care about. Why Hood? I don't know. A lot of weird articles out here about what's the cheapest to buy on Robinhood. Seems like the Insider Monkey decided to produce like 1 million articles about what you should buy on Robinhood. Other than
A
that,
trusted source.
I don't see much happening with it.
The Insider Monkey.
Yeah, so, the Insider Monkey. Well, hey, I've given up like thinking that names are weird, right? We talked about this before. I mean,
Yeah,
I can
very
remember
true.
when Google first came out, and I'm like, Google, like, how can you take a company seriously that's called Google? That's not going anywhere, Or Yahoo. They have an exclamation point in their name. What kind of Yahoo would create that name? Anyways, right? What do I know?
Bare Bold Traders.
All right.
What kind of name is that?
Fair enough. Now you're treading on sacred ground, though. Careful.
I'm getting meta.
All right, guys. I see Melgorek mentioning ACHR. We did mention that as part of the drone companies, right? We got UMAC, ACHR, Joby. They're moving up, and then the what was the other one? Zena, Zena, that was gapping down, but all drone related stocks this morning that are on the move. So Phil's mentioning PLTR. Let me take a look at that. What is PLTR doing this morning? 900,000 shares traded securely in this zone. It's been in all week here. Yeah, I don't see much happening on PLTR. It's not a bad trader on the average day. I don't know what it'll do on this type of day, but if you like it, by all means, watch it. Probably not going to be something I'll keep an eye on. So, yeah. We'll see where we go. I've only got a couple of things that I'm going to be watching myself, so we'll see where we go. All right, it's just about 9 o'clock. So I mentioned, keep in mind, everybody, shortened day today, right? The markets are only open until 1 o'clock. We've got no economic data. Really, it's going to be a fairly quiet day. Again, the open, if you're an open trader, it should be just as fun as any other day. It might be choppy on some offerings, but if you can find the right one, I'm sure there'll be an opportunity. But expect that to die off fairly quickly with the volumes dropping and things settling into probably a narrow range, choppy range afterwards. Again, that's my expectation. I could be totally wrong. So whatever you do, just be cautious, right? Make sure you make up your own decisions and trade based on your strategies and what you see on the screen. Let me talk quickly about what we are going.
Peter,
yes.
Before you go on, can you tell me what's on your watch list so I can put it on the screen for everybody? What do you have on the list?
Well, so far? Absolutely. Okay. Well, you've got two of them, SMCI and UMAC. I did like. I'm going to be watching Nvidia just because it's always in play, and Tesla because those are two that I always keep an eye on. So pretty much that's it at this point. But that's what I'm watching.
Thank you.
There you go. No problem. Thank you. Okay, I was going to talk about what is on deck for next week in the Bear Bull trading community. BearBullTraders.com. It might be a funny name. It's a great place to trade. That's for you, Brent. All right. So let's talk about that week because we had a shortened week this week. We didn't do a lot of the webinars we normally do, but next week we will be back to a regular schedule. I thought it was interesting. Megan was not wrong, right, when she said we're going to have different mods who are going to be in covering, being that a lot of us are in Colombia doing a great sort of excursion and trip with some of our members. Should be a lot of fun, but I'll be here in the mornings, right? So we're going to come to you live from Colombia for the first week. It's a second week where we expect the internet access not to be as good. So, and Andrew said he's going to be live trading. We'll be there live with him and Brian, and it should be a lot of fun. So we'll see how that goes. But we do have our full slate of activities, so don't worry about that, right? Everything's still happening. The room is still operating. The chat room will be open and operating as normal. So we've got people back in the home office to keep an eye on things and make sure it all runs smoothly. So I think Andrew was feeling he had to do damage control when Megan's like, it's not going to be normal. He's like, yes, it is. It'll be pseudo normal. We're good. Don't worry. All right, so let's start with Monday. We have our onboarding classes like we normally do. Brendan is going to be doing his noon class on the Dash Trader Pro platform. If you want help on configuring and setting up, especially, if you're new, it's a great place to go to get tips and tricks. And if you already know the answers, or if you learned something new, why don't you go there and share it with others? It's great to share the knowledge. Frankly, that's how I've learned most of what I know, by listening to others in the room. Those that have come before have shared their knowledge and helped lift the rest of us up. This is not a zero-sum game within our community, right? We can all sort of grow together, and you can help others, and we can all profit in trading. So that's what I love about this community and about the opportunity to share your knowledge. So that's at noon. And then at 8 o'clock on Monday night, Carlos is going to be doing his onboarding session. We will find him by then. We'll make sure we slap him out of the turkey coma, and he'll be good to go for the new members onboarding session, which happens every Monday at 8 p.m. It's a great opportunity to get oriented and familiar with all the offerings you can get out of the Bear Bull Trading community. So check it out. Put it on your calendar. Hopefully we'll see you there. Tuesday, we have our strategy and trade book sessions. Next Tuesday, John is going to be doing it. He is one of the ones that is not traveling. So he's going to be staying back, and he will be covering actually a number of shifts. So thank you, John, for doing that if you're listening. And one of the things he'll be doing is the Tuesday night webinar, including this one, which will be a high of day break. He's going to talk about his trading strategy, how he trades it, and sort of give you all the information so you can maybe build your own strategy, leveraging the experience that he's built by having executed over 3,000 trades over the last 4.5 years. So should be a great session. That'll be at 8 o'clock December 3rd. The week after, Thor is going to be back talking about his Camarilla pivot strategy. It's always popular. Everybody wants to know how he uses those Camarilla pivots. He will show you. That's on December the 10th, once again, at 8 p.m. So those are back to regular time at 8 p.m. Wednesday, we have our psychology session, and this coming Wednesday, we have Dr. Kenneth Reed back with us doing a session on how you can trade the open with an open mind. So that'll be a good session. Once again, 8 o'clock. That's on Wednesday, December 4th. And the week after, Wesley Altman will be back doing the next in the series on lessons in disciplined trading and impulse control. That should be another good session, again, happening December the 11th at 8 p.m. Don't forget, on Wednesdays, we also have our bookmap session, which happens at noon with Nathan. So if you want to know bookmap, you don't know what it is, you want to know, it's a good visualization tool to understand where volume sits in the market. Those that use it generally are very fond of it. It's a good tool. I don't have it myself, but I know others use it and rely on it. You check it out. See if it's a tool you might want to add to your tool kit. That'll be Wednesday, once again, at noon. And then Thursday, we have our mentorship sessions. We did not do them this week, of course, with the Thanksgiving holiday, but they'll be back next week. We've got 4 sessions for your education. One will be at 11 a.m. with John. Then we have Jared probably leading that one. Megan may make a guest appearance, but probably not. We're going to be keeping her busy next week, especially in the afternoons as we tour around. So Jared will be leading that at 2 o'clock on options. And then 4 o'clock, Lenny. That one may be canceled. We'll have to check with Lenny and see if he's going to be able to do that session or not. And then 8 o'clock, Thor will do his mentorship session, the Thursday mentorship session. So there you go. That's what we've got on the slate for next week. Hopefully you can calendar those and get used to them. One thing you'd never, if you want to join us in the chat room, we'd love to have you. We have a number of options for you here. You notice that we have a Black Friday deal now on the Platinum. Was on with our 3-month boot camp. If you don't know about the boot camp and you're curious, go to peakcapitaltrading.com. You can find out all about that. The Platinum deal sort of bundles our Bear Bull Traders chat room as well as the training program that's delivered by Peak Capital Trading. And it's a great session to really accelerate your trading. Those that join usually get a lot of value, but I'll tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of work involved. So if you're going to consider paying for it, want to make sure you get full value, right? Understand what you're getting into. It's a university level course. We operate it like that. So there's a lot of material that gets thrown at you. It's up to you to schedule your time to figure out how to manage that, take full advantage. Unfortunately, we always get the few people that sign up and then life happens and aren't able to take full advantage. We don't want you to be one of those. But if you're interested, go to Peak Capital Trading. You can learn all about the boot camp. If you got questions, email me, Peter at Peak Capital Trading or Peter at bearbulltraders.com. Either way, I will answer your email and help you out. Or you can email Mike or Carlos. We all sort of support the boot camp. So hopefully you can get your questions answered if you got them. Our next session starts in January. The current one will be ending actually next week. And then the next one starts in January. It's the first week of January. So stay tuned for that. It'll be coming soon. So if you got information, if you've got interest, go right where Brent is showing you, right on the P Capital Trading website, and you can get sort of all the information about the various events that happen over the course of the camp. All right. And if you want information on the markets, don't forget to keep checking out tradingterminal.com. It's the place to go for all the market information. It also has a Black Friday sale with 50% off all the courses. That's under the Academy. So you can see at the top, we've got all the different areas you can go to get information on the markets. The Academy is the learning center where you can find courses, some for free, some that are paid. If anything is a paid course, it'll be half off for the Black Friday sale. So take advantage while it's there. And off you go. VJ, if you already have a lifetime membership, you can absolutely do the boot camp. It's still part of it. We throw in the Bearable Traders membership for free. So you can email the team. It's a team at pcapitaltrading.com and find out. I don't know if there's a differential price. I think it may be the same. Price, but you can check that out. But they'll be able to give you an answer. Team at peakcapitaltrading.com, and they'll give you a hand. But check it out. Let us know. All right, guys, let's get to setting a couple of levels. Looks like we haven't found Carlos yet, so hopefully he's doing good. I know he's awake, right? He's got to be awake because those kids, like he says every morning, they're always waking him up, right? They don't sleep in.
So update on that. He actually booked today off. It was John that was supposed to replace him. So.
Okay.
And I think I confused John in our chat.
Well.
So.
Yeah.
My bad.
Because he thought he was replacing me.
Yes. I thought you were going to be in Colombia. Okay. So. Yeah.
Yeah. No worries. It's all good. It's all good.
You're a one-man show, anyways.
There you go.
You don't need anyone.
But company is always good.
I'm here.
All right, guys, let's set some levels. You are. That's true, and I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, I'm going to get to the daily chart. We're going to set some levels. I'm going to start with the things on my watch list, and might as well kick it off with SMCI off the top because Jared is trading that, and he's just trading intraday off of the momentum moves, the pre-market. Let's see where it is right now, by the way. Yeah. So it had that big move early this morning. He jumped right on it. Traded the bounce. That's his signature move, right? Where he trades the bounce. Got a good play. And look how it's now moving sideways. So is the fun over for the day on SMCI? No idea, right? We'll have to find out together. But if it's not, we want to keep an eye on areas of support or resistance. Now, SMCI has only been down here for the last couple of weeks, and I'm not really seeing a lot of areas. Like if I was to go down, I would see there probably is going to be an area of support down here around $20, maybe 20 and a quarter. There might be another area of support down here at about $25, right? So I could put a level there and there, but that doesn't help us with the current price action. So I'm going to go to an hourly chart. Let's see if the 60-minute chart gives me any other clues. And it does, actually, because I can see there's a lot of price action that happened right around here and around here that wasn't evident for me on the daily chart. So there may be some support because right around here, just under around $28, we're sitting at $28.84 in the current price. So I'm going to keep an eye on that level too. And then certainly I've already got the level you notice that I put on the daily to the bottom end of that range, which is the $25 range. So definitely areas that I want to keep an eye on SMCI. Also on my list I mentioned to you, I was going to be watching NVIDIA, of course. NVIDIA's, I've already got a bunch of levels marked, as you can see off the daily previously. $140.76 was an area of previous support. It actually used to be, it was a previous all-time high, right? So I'm going to be watching that because we may go up and get some resistance if we get back to that level. So it's still marked in my chart. And a previous area of support is the $30 area. So we'll see. Right now we're trading at $36.75, which is in between those. So I'll keep an eye on those. And of course, as always, on my chart, I have marked the high and low of the previous 2 days. Right there and there, and they're good levels. You can see on my charts that I'm showing you, the small dotted red line is the low. It's the low of one of the previous 2 days, and the large dotted red line is the high. So that's how I distinguish. I always know it's a high from the previous two if it's a large dotted line. If it's the smaller dashed dotted line, I guess they're dashed lines technically. Anyways, then I know it's a low. So that's how I distinguish it on my chart. So there you go. That's probably all I need to mark NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA's sort of going to have an inside day. I think it's going to stay between, I'd be surprised if it breaks out under 130 or over 140 today. But, you never know. It might. Tesla, also expect sort of an inside day in Tesla. Look at how this range has held, right? And the range for Wednesday gives us a range between a low of 126.50 and a high of 142.50. Yep, feels like that'll be the range. So again, high and low of the previous trading day is already marked for me. You can see I already have levels on my chart from daily. 361.20 at the high. I think that's the all-time high. And then this area of support here at 321.22. So I've got enough ranges surrounding the current price for me to keep an eye on a Tesla. Again, I'd be very surprised if it breaks out of that range. It might. I hope to be proved wrong, because that means we'll get some great trading opportunity. But I'm not expecting it. So it's always good to be pleasantly surprised. And if it does surprise me, then so much the better. But I'm going to plan my trades accordingly. UMAC, right? Moving up here, significantly up 36% this morning. Is this all-time high? Well, I'm not familiar with the stock, so let's go back here and check. It looks like it only started trading earlier this year, back in February of 2024. So as such, we are at all-time highs and have no levels to set. Really no indication of what might happen. Even if I look at an hourly chart, I've got the high of Wednesday that is here at $11.67. Obviously, we're above that. If it drops back down, we could expect that now to become support. So I'll watch that level for support on UMAC. But we got little else to tell us what's going to happen, because we are in uncharted territory. So it might be fun here on UMAC. It's definitely the one that has the most volume of all of these drone stocks this morning, trading over 10 million shares now, and still moving pretty well pre-market. So we'll see. Sometimes these things move really well pre-market, and then the opening bell rings and they just go dead, right? Or they just drop in a way that's not tradable. It's hard to borrow right now. And hard to borrow status, if I just bring this up here, hard to borrow status means that it's not shortable. So we can only trade it to the long side. So if this thing does drop, we're out of luck. We're not going to be able to trade it to the low side, at least not on the DAS platform. There are some other platforms where you can trade them long or short. I don't use those platforms. I stay away from them. But if Unusual Machines drops, we'll just have to watch it. So there you go, UMAC. One of the other ones that somebody mentioned in the room, I'll just put it up here for levels, PLTR. Moving, well, it's down slightly this morning, but moving up in the current time. Once again, see how it's in this narrow range, right? And it has been for this week. I expect us to be range bound. The high and low of the previous 2 days is probably what's going to, cap us. That's my expectation. I don't really have any other levels to set. This is all-time high, though, I think. Is it? Where do we? Yeah, this is all-time high territory. I thought so. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, if we get over the high of that was set on Wednesday, which is 67.56, the all-time high that it just touched on was 67.88. So there's an opportunity for us to hit all-time high today. Again, just to me, doesn't feel like the type of day where that's likely to happen. But hey, you know what? I've seen crazier things before, so we'll see where it goes. But PLTR, I'll be governed by the price action and what happens once the bell rings. So there you go. Those are the things that I'm looking at. We set a couple of levels. Hopefully, I see that a lot of our moderators are taking the day off, guys. It's quiet, right? When our moderators aren't here, it's a quiet day. People, especially those living in the U.S., right, taking the day off. Or we've got a number that are traveling today as they're heading down to Colombia for our in-person meetup, which should be pretty awesome. So, I don't see many people getting their levels in. Let me do one more, just because ACK is asking MSTR. Setting levels. Well, this one we're above Friday's close, green by 4%. I would say probably right around here, 439. I would look to see if we get some resistance to the top side. Let me look at an hourly chart, see what it does. Yeah, see, that cuts right through that price action. I might even just put a second one up here at 5. This is amazing, how much range there is between these. Anyways, 452.50 would be an area I keep an eye on. This is crazy to me. Look at this orange line on my chart is what I call the point of control, right? And it shows me where the most shares have been traded at any price level. And where the most shares have been traded are these tiny little like doji candles back here from the 20th of November, way up here at $490. So like we got a lot of trapped volume sitting up here. So it wouldn't be unusual for MSTR to go get it. Again, is today the day it's going to go get that volume, that trap volume? Probably not. I just don't think so. But we'll again, you never know. As I move back in time, it's amazing how that. So I had to go back about 3 weeks here for that point of control line to drop. So you can see there was a bunch of volume that comes in to move this line lower. But look how it goes from 200 very quickly up to the 490, right, for where the largest volume was traded. So MSTR is an interesting stock for that reason. So it might be worth keeping an eye on. Again, today, tough to tell, but there we've got it. So thanks for pointing that out, ACK. Appreciate it. The orange line, Samir, so this orange line on my chart, it's a study called Volume by Price. And what it actually, let me show you here. Go into the study config. We got a minute here. So volume by price, it actually has a whole bunch of other bars to it. And I've just put the bars so that I can't see them. Let me put them so you can see it. What it actually does is, see all these bars are in here? It shows me at which price level volume has been traded. So the second largest area for volume is down here. You can see at 405, and then you got the different levels. So what I've done is I just blanked those out normally. I make them the same color as my background, and I put the point, what they call the point of control, which is just the largest volume bar. And you can see it's not by much, but the largest volume bar is sitting up here at the $490 level. So it's just a study you can get out of the DAS platform. I'm sure you can get it at other platforms as well. It just shows me where the volume is traded. Again, it's visually based, so it's based on the data that's on the chart. So as I scroll in and out, that line's going to move, right, based on the data that's available on the visible chart. So keep that in mind, right? Unlike a moving average or some other studies where it's an absolute calculation, this calculates based on the data you display on the chart. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, that's what I've got for trading today. I know that, Brian said he was going to be here for the live trading because he promised us a turkey hat. And I'm looking forward to the turkey hat. Hopefully he does show up and get that. So, and then we'll see if anyone else is joining us. Anyone out there wants to trade Pierre, anyone who wants to trade live, you're welcome to join. It would be great to have a couple of live traders here as we're working on a skeleton crew on this pseudo holiday Friday. Again, I'll remind you again, shortened Friday, right? Keep that in mind. So markets are only open until 1 o'clock. All right, moderator watch list. Pseudo Thanksgiving. Yeah, this is the Turkey Recovery Day or Hangover Day or Black Friday shopping. Maybe people are out buying crap. I mean, stuff, very valuable stuff. So there you go. Anyways, whatever the reason is, they're not trading heavily. All right, Pierre's in with his list. NVIDIA, Tesla, SMCI, and Mara. And Brian has also got his list in. Trading a lot of the same stuff. Interesting. Tesla, NVIDIA, SMCI. Instead, he's also adding UMAC. I don't blame him. I've got UMAC on my list. Like you can see, I'll be trading, it's pretty much the same as these guys. SMCI, NVIDIA, Tesla, and UMAC. I don't think I'll be watching Mara. I don't expect Bitcoin prices to do much. But again, I've been proven wrong in the past, so we'll see what happens. Again, I expect it to be pretty quiet. Should be quiet. But if it's not, woohoo! I'm ready. I'm ready, baby. I'll be trading. I'm watching. I'm going to be watching intently today. I really hope to get some good trades. But again, I'm not going to be upset if I don't get anything, right? It might be a no trade day for me. I'm okay if that happens. Or I may be in at 932 if I see a good rising devil, falling angel type trade, which is what I like to trade off the open. I'll just wait and see. Oh my God, that's what I've been waiting for. Good morning, Brian. There he is.
Turkey Good morning, everybody. Happy Turkey Day or Turkey Day yesterday.
Yeah.
Hope everyone's doing well.
I love it. That's an awesome hat. Now, can I ask, why do you have the hat?
Honestly, I have no idea. I just know I got Megan was very jealous. She really she really wanted this hat and asked
Really?
me to bring it to Columbia. So yeah, I'm not sure why, but
That's
yeah.
that surprises me. Does she want to set it free? She knows it's not like a live turkey that she can release into the wild, right?
She doesn't want me. I think she doesn't want me to cook it. She's trying to save it from being cooked.
It looks like a Canadian turkey hat because it looks very toque-ish. It looks sort of like a toque.
Yes. Well, it's definitely a Canadian turkey hat. So
I love it. A turkey toque.
Yeah. Yep. And Mr. Bean, that was a great little skit. Yeah. Anyway. Hey.
Well,
so I hope everyone had a good
welcome, Brian.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Everyone had a good day off, holiday, family, hopefully. Lots of family activities. A lot of people traveling this weekend. What did they say? Something like 80 million people on the move, or 82 million people traveling. So, yeah. And I just realized
it's the biggest travel weekend in the U.S. all year, isn't it? So.
It is, and you're traveling on it.
That's true. Well, but I actually am not. I'm not in the U.S. I literally go from Montreal to Bogota, so I fly right over it. I don't even have to touch down in the U.S.
Okay, I know. I'm flying to Houston, and then on to Medellin. So, and I believe Megan and I are on the same flight from Houston to Medellin. So, and I think there's one or two other people maybe joining us on that flight. So, anyway, yeah, looking forward to it. Andrew's taking off here. And
he's already he's at the airport right now, isn't he?
He should be. Yeah, I think he's taking the same flight I'm taking, except he's taking it today, and I'm taking mine Sunday. So yeah, he's probably on his way there now. So anyway, back to trading. What have we got here? It is, as you pointed out, I traded these Fridays after Thanksgiving before. There's a flurry of activity, and then it usually dies down really fast. So you can see here, NVIDIA's really not doing much of anything, or Tesla's not doing much of anything, I should say. NVIDIA, same thing right now. Dell is kind of interesting, selling off here.
Dell. Didn't even look at Dell.
Selling a little bit, but it's still in the same trading range that we had from yesterday, Friday. Wednesday, I should say.
Yeah, I don't like the look of Dell that much.
It's not a great trading stock. Google took a bit of a drop here. I think might be even a good day to watch the scanners. Good morning, Hannah. Glad you could make it. Yeah. All right. So we've got we've got a little less than 5 minutes before the open. What happened with SMCI that it sold off like that? There were obviously I don't know. Some news maybe, or was that just a bit of market manipulation?
It was Jared. He was trading.
It was Jared.
I think he did it.
Is Jared here, or is he doing?
Yeah, he was trading earlier this morning, so he was
okay,
going crazy on SMCI. Yeah, I didn't really see any news on it, so yeah.
Let me just see if I can see anything.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I think. I think somebody may have posted a delisting letter.
Well, that's the
So
threat. Interestingly, they've canceled. It says they've apparently terminated loan agreements with Cathay Bank and the Bank of America. So
okay,
usually, companies like to have lines of credit, right? So they make sure that their cash flow is protected. It's interesting that they say that they've canceled it. The two lines had been terminated, but terminated by whom? Yeah, it doesn't say by whom. I assume it was by the bank and not by them, but I'm not sure. So that could be why. Maybe that news hit.
No, I think Google's dropping quite a bit here as well. No, I think from what I can see from online chatter, it looks like somebody threw out. It was a bit of a fake news thing. Somebody threw out a delisting letter, and apparently it was a ruse. Somebody was
a ruse.
Looking a ruse, yeah, not a ruse.
Fake news.
It's like fake news. It was fake news. Interesting.
Do you have? Oh yeah, you've got a screen there. I wanted to ask you to. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Google. Something just happened with Google, or Alphabet. And we've got Radzilla. He's taking. He's already done his Black Shopping Friday, I guess, with his online.
Maybe he's trying to make some more money so he can shop.
I
more.
think, or yeah, that's right. He shopped and he's out of money, and now he's back for more. Here we are.
There you go. Got to fund the addiction.
Exactly. Gotta get those paper bags.
Yeah, I had a rant about paper bags earlier. That's why.
Okay. India probe, I see. So interesting news about Australia banning, or at least limiting social media use to people under 16.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they've got legislation that that social media can't have accounts with people that are under 16. So here we go. We've got 30 seconds to the open, so we'll just keep an eye on what's going on. UMAC has some levels here at 14.5 and 15.
Huh.
UMAC is pretty strong.
All right, here's the bell, guys.
Here we go. Google.
Tesla dropping heavily here.
Yeah, Tesla dropped. I'm just let's just let the craziness sort of settle in a bit here. Don't want to go chasing anything quite yet.
No.
Wow, that was a big pop. That was quite the candle on Google at the open. Ripped up to 69.38 there for a second. Okay, I'm short Google.
I'm short NVIDIA. I shorted NVIDIA here.
Okay.
And
all right.
I already covered some. I got a good move down here. Let's keep going, NVIDIA.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna stop. This is moving crazy, though. I'm gonna stop at break even if it comes up.
It's popping.
Okay, I'm out. I'm out of NVIDIA. I'm not gonna play around with these because I mean they could move like crazy. Yeah. So here's NVIDIA popping back up above. So really, really quick trade for me. Tried the. You can just see. I'll post it for our members.
Google's right at S4. I think I'm looking for it to head lower here. Here we go. I'm just going to cover some at 67.84.
Google seems to have fallen asleep.
Trading GOOGL. Let's see, what is UMAC did pop up to 15, took out those levels. But then it pulled right back. So I'm just, come on, Google.
Oh, looks like Nvidia needed to do one more bounce on me before it dropped.
Oh, look at that, eh? Wow.
Oh, well,
just covered
right.
some more of Google at 167.70.
Wow. Look at that. Google just, Nvidia just retraced that entire candle. Yeah, it's danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Yeah. This is the kind of price action
everybody.
We're going to get crazy. I think a lot of the institutional traders are kind of taking the day off, so you get a lot of retail traders that are driving stuff all over the place here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Rivian's breaking down. Oh, we got some halts going on. PRZO. PRZO halted. Para0 Technologies. Caba's popping. Caba could halt here too. Rivian's dropping. The PLTR is popping up here.
Mm-hmm. So it is.
So nice drop on Google here. There we go. Just I'll cover some more here at 67.30.
You caught the right train today, Brian.
Yes, yeah.
I tried Nvidia, but it's I don't love it.
It's that lucky turkey hat.
It must be.
I'm going to wear this every day.
Well, get ready then. I'm going to be rubbing the turkey hat for luck then when we're in Colombia together.
And a superstition was born.
That's right, exactly. So what'd you do this morning? I rubbed the turkey. What does that mean?
That doesn't sound good.
Exactly. It does not sound good at all. You people in your dirty minds, what are you thinking about? Huh?
Hold the turkey hat. Pull ahead. All right. I'm pretty much out of I'm out of Google. I ran out of shares there on that last little drop, 67.20. So that was a nice little move there. That was just over $1 on the rest of it. So I'll take that. Nvidia is still looking a little weak. Tesla looking a little weak. There's nothing really telling me that it's going to sell off here. There are some orders down here, 333. This is a zero DTE day, so for a lot of these stocks, so stocks like Tesla, Nvidia, options all will be, the weekly options will be expiring today. And of course, they are expiring early because the market will close at, so it's 1 o'clock, right, Peter? 1 o'clock Eastern?
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
So let's see, well, we're getting a bounce. The Qs just literally bounced off PDC. Tesla moving up now. Uh, 335s. Still trading about $3. Yeah, everything's kind of settling in here. SMCI popped up. Google's kind of trying to find a base here, maybe. But it's really jerky. Turkey jerky.
Turkey. Yeah, that's a
Turkey jerky. Yeah. Is what's Mara doing? Mara was showing up on the scanner. Wow.
Mara, what is Mara doing?
Yeah, Mara hitting the scanner. HIMS is hitting the scanner.
Pierre was right. He put it on his list. He got the one that's moving.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. A little bit. I could be interesting. Mara could be interesting, but it's really extended here, so you need a bit of a pullback. What's Bitcoin is back up 97,500. I see. See, yeah, wow, SMCI looking like it's might just sell off here. What's it looking like?
Yeah, it's looking weak, but I'm
Yeah.
interested. But I'm not that trusting of a guy.
You're not that trusting. I'm kind of watching it here. It does look like there's a big order at 32. Just got along some Mara on that pullback. Just a small size, just because it really just this was a bit of a chasing it trade.
I don't understand.
SMCI.
This is crazy. Have you
just looking for 27 on Mara?
Did you get any Colombian
What's
pesos? Did you get any
cash?
cash?
I have not yet, but I actually have. That's what I'm going to do after we sign off today. I'm going to head down to my favorite exchange place. I've already emailed the guy.
Watch. Careful about the rates. I don't know. Like I went to get cash yesterday, and I went and they're like, well, they didn't have as much as I wanted, so they only had 300,000 Colombian pesos.
Ooh.
And so I said, okay, 300,000. It's like $100 roughly. Is based on what the online conversion was telling me. But they quoted me a price of $470 Canadian, and I'm like that's like you're giving a terrible rate. And they're like, well, that's the rate, and I'm like, then I'm not getting it.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
just take it out of a ATM machine.
I'm short SMCI here just for that little drop. There we go. I do a lot of business with, because I get some money in US dollars, so I do a lot of business with this. We're taking some more here on SMCI, covering more. I do a lot of business with this this one bullion and exchange company in Vancouver. So I have a contact there, and I emailed him, make sure they had Colombia pesos, because they did last year when I went in. And he said I'll give you a preferred rate, which I'm sure is going to save me about $10 or less.
Yeah. Well, but check the rate. Like again, I don't know whether the online rates I'm getting are wrong or not, but it said I was shocked that it was like 4 times what I was expecting. Like that.
Yeah,
That felt like robbery. And they-
that's something like we don't have a lot, so we're just going to charge you up the yin yang.
right.
Yeah.
And that could
He
be
was
based
giving
on
me-
maybe when they acquired it, right? Which has nothing to do with me, but so anyways.
He's giving me he's 0.00003658. Yeah, I think some of these odd currencies are, you don't get as good a rate as if you go in and try to change Canadian dollars into US dollars or something, or euros.
Right.
You get a much more better, more sort of competitive rate closer to the market. All right, just going to cover more SMCI.
Nice trade. You did get SMCI, so good trade on that.
And I stopped out of Mara because we got back to my break even. We didn't get to 27, unfortunately. Might still get there. But right now, I'm just looking at SMCI. It seems like we've got more levels here. It's 3150 and then 31 on book map showing up. Yeah, that's...
Today, you'd think so. I've used that place before, but usually for more common currencies. So anyways, I was not impressed. It's funny because the lady at the desk, she was like all surprised. She's like, "So you're not taking it?" I'm like, "Not at that rate. If you can give me a better rate." She's like, "That's the rate, sir." I said, "Okay, forget it."
She wanted like $400. That's crazy.
$400 for 300,000 pesos. Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my God.
I feel like that's most businesses in Canada.
Yeah. What, that you can't negotiate?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, so she basically gave me a rate of 0.0015, which, like you said, Brian, if you actually get 0.000, yeah, that's 4 times, right? Like,
yeah, 4 zeros. Yeah, it's 4. It's 3 zeros. Is it 3?
Anyways,
it's 3 zeros. 3065.
Yeah.
Anyway,
exactly, Pierre.
I know
that's what I was expecting. Yeah. I was expecting to get. I was looking to get around a million for around $400, and when she quoted me over $400 for a third of that, I'm like, wait a second. I'm glad that they only had the smaller amount, because if they'd had the amount I was looking for, it might have thrown me off enough. But anyways, I figured, you know what, I'll show up without any cash, and
that's what I did when I came back to Japan. The ATM fee is minimal.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
I mean,
like the first time I came here, I did that, got to the exchange rate, and I got robbed. Now I just use the ATM.
You got robbed, really?
No, I don't mean literally robbed. I meant the exchange booth in Canada robbed me with the fees they tacked on.
Yeah.
Pretty much robbery, legal robbery.
Yeah, legal robbery. Yeah. You don't get robbed in Japan. People bow to you.
It's a very polite society. If you do get robbed, they do bow.
Yeah.
No, it's very safe. It's very safe here.
Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry.
Tesla's
please give me
Tesla's moving up.
Give me your money.
Sorry.
Yeah, I see that. Tesla's moving higher here.
Yeah, finally broke out of that range.
Decide what to do here. SMCI back to my break even on the rest here.
Even the dancing robots. They have lots of ways to take your money, but they generally won't steal it outright from you.
Oh yeah, never go to a host club, no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh, now you tell me.
A host club? I don't even know what that is. All right, I don't even know.
I don't know. You guys should trade. It's a
yeah.
Maybe Brian can tell you what it is. I never win.
Okay, I'll get Brian to tell me.
Great way to lose money if you travel to Japan.
Oh, come on. It was a lot of fun, and we had money to burn.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, there's supposed to be a car picking me up at the airport anyway, so I won't need money for a cab. At least I won't need money right away.
I still want to go to that robot dancing cafe. I haven't been yet.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
Okay. I don't
see. That was
those
a
are
great
dangerous.
show. I love that. What's that?
Dancing robots and sex robots, I think, are the two things that are going to cause the robot uprising. We're just going to piss them off enough.
And Elon Musk has one already. Here we go. He's got the dancing down.
You got the dancing down, yeah.
The other one I don't know about.
I wondered where you were going with that.
At least
no comment.
Yeah, where did we just go, Jason? That's a great question. This is always my fault. I do this to us. I'm looking for trades, guys. I had that one trade on NVIDIA off the open. It didn't work out. I don't have a trade strategy for this type of market or this time of day. So I'm just waiting to see where things go next.
Okay, SMCI back down. It rejected at the 9 EMA. So I'm just seeing if we go lower here. 31 there is a big level there at 31. Here we go. There's more orders here at 31.50. Come on, drop it like it's hot. Here we go. Come in there, fill those orders. Yes, there we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're coming down to 31, baby.
He's getting his move.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
Good.
We're gonna hit 31 here. Tesla after that big pop up kind of pulled back. Now UMAC is trying to break out here. Did you ever look at the float on UMAC?
Yeah. It was decent, I thought. Hold on. I had it right here a second ago. Now I can't remember what it is.
I'll just take.
I lied. Here. It's only 4.7 million shares. It's lower than
I exactly. Yeah, 407, and very little short.
Mm-hmm.
UMAC's had quite a run up here, actually. Since the beginning of November, it started there around just about $1.50. So UMAC, it says Donald Trump Jr. joined as in an advisory role.
Yep. The article I was reading this morning very, very specifically said, but it's not because of his political connections. It's completely because of his business value. We think they doth protest too much.
Yes. So, what do they do that qualifies him as someone who's an advisor? Doesn't. Oh, just one of these companies that was making iced tea and now is now making drones or something like that. It's got something to do with drones anyway. It might have been one of these companies that's doing an RTO or something where they just a shell company and then they take over a private company that's private company has the technology, drones, maybe. So I'm sure Donald Jr. has lots of experience with drones. Here we go. SMCIs kind of came back up. We didn't get quite all these shares filled at 31. Wow, NVIDIA's breaking out. Tesla threatening to break out here. So got some movers. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla's still got a big order here at 340. Trade Tesla, I always like to trade it with options because it's just such a great options trading stock. Here we go. It's got to get up to that 340 level there. There's a lot of orders right there. Well, it doesn't have to, but so SMCI is still hanging around below the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. Just rejected there again. Qs are at pretty close to the pre-market high right now. Same with the SPY. We're kind of coming back up here. All right, well, I'm still short of a little bit of my position on SMCI. I'm kind of watching Tesla here. I might take a long here. Yeah, I'm just long some 290 calls on Tesla. 237s. Come on. SMCI, maybe we go back Tesla all day here again. I'm not too, we'll see what happens with SMCIs. Still sticking with that position as long as we're sort of below 32. There we go. I sold some Tesla at 320 on the calls. See if we can get to 330 on the rest of them. Yeah, SMCI looks like it's trying to find a bottom here.
Peter, you seem very focused.
I am trying to figure out if I want to take a risk on any of these things. Like I'm watching AHCR. I'm not sure if anybody, or sorry, ACHR. It's moving slowly and steadily higher here. And yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be the day that I anticipated. Volumes are very low, right? Overall SPY volume, 43%. Yeah. The Q's at about 65. So that's sort of what I anticipated, lower than average volumes. And Tesla's, though, got good volume. Oh, not bad, actually.
Yeah. Tesla always has good volume. I'm still waiting for this thing to pop. There is some big orders here. I'm just, longer it stays here, the more nervous I get about this.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't push up here.
Tesla's
yeah,
RVol, Corey.
Here we go. Come on, push through there. Give us a big volume push. Come on. I want to get out of the rest of these options. There we go. There we go. Here we go. All right. Okay. Sold some more through 30. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Let me get 350 for the last bit. It's 340 now.
Yeah. See if we can break 340. There you go.
Ah, there we go.
There's the break.
Got 350 on the last bit there. That was it. All right. Anybody take that Tesla trade? That was a nice little trade. So you have to spend a lot of money to if you know how to trade if you can trade the options.
Oh, wow. NVIDIA, let's go, baby.
Yeah,
all right, NVIDIA and AMD. Yeah.
It's ripping.
Both moving up. NVIDIA had a good ladder up the ask, so it's well, that sounded bad too.
Sorry, what was that?
It didn't. Yeah, that didn't sound. That just didn't sound right.
That didn't quite. Yeah, exactly. It didn't quite sound right. But you guys know what I meant. I don't understand what's wrong with all you people. You dirty minds.
Rats has apparently experienced that.
Sorry, can you say it one more time?
I feel like I'm being set up for something. With the ladder up the ask? Yeah. Anyways, you never want to ladder up the ask.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to take this off. My brain is cooking. Google is coming back up. Googly. Here we go. You Indian people can't keep Google down.
Can't keep a good Google down.
No, there we go. Look at UMAC is selling off here. You can't short it. No shares for short. Yeah, that was a nice little move on Tesla. How about our people out on YouTube? Anybody trade Tesla long, SMCI short? Got some good moves here this morning. There's you can see NVIDIA had a huge volume move here right at 138.
Wow, Tesla really dropped off after it hit the 340.
I know, eh? Glad I got out of the rest of those calls. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have enough screens. I'm really liking Bookmap to help me here, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough screens to run Bookmap on when we go to trade in Colombia. Anyway.
Well, how many screens are you bringing with you?
We'll probably bring 2 with my computer. So Google looking like it's heading back to green territory. Let's see if I have enough memory here to run another Bookmap. I think I can take UMAC off because it's not doing much. Google, I find in Bookmap is always a little messy. We got orders at 169. Got an order here at 168. Looks like 80-ish. There it goes. Google's looking like it's going to 169 here.
Watching NVIDIA here as it retests. Let's see if it can get through the 138.60 this time.
I'm not. I just can't chase Google here. It just it's too extended. NVIDIA's got a bunch of orders up here. What's Tesla looking like? Interesting. Big order just sort of popping up there at 138.50.
Oh, ACHR just set a new high. Not yet. Don't get excited. Coming. Oops.
Yeah, they're loving NVIDIA today.
Oh, there it is.
NVIDIA going to 139 maybe. Again, hard to chase it here. Should have picked some up on that pullback actually. Tesla looks like it's actually going to head lower here. Not sure if I want to take that trade either.
I should have shorted it right off the 340 break. That's my that's my favorite.
That would have been.
But I didn't trust it to with the low volume today.
Yeah, that would have been a good. Yeah, that certainly would have been a good short. But I just, given the strength of the Qs are breaking. Yeah, they're breaking out. The SPY has broken out from Wednesday's high. The Qs are right there now, breaking out as well. So everything appears to be coming up roses. Good time to check how my swing trades are doing. I will be doing a YouTube video tomorrow before I go away. Swing trade video.
Wow, the ask. Oh, sorry. Let me try this again properly. The orders. There's a good series of orders on the ask on NVIDIA for it to go higher.
Okay.
Otherwise stated.
Yeah, look at that.
There's a good ladder up the ask.
There's a good ladder right up the ask.
Catchphrase.
Yeah. That one's going to stick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a new GIF we have to make for you.
Yeah,
Wonder
maybe.
if we can make it.
Yeah, that feels like a t-shirt thing, right? I like nothing better than a good ladder up the ask.
Yeah, let's get that merch.
All right, well, I'll let the creative people worry about that. Looks like we're hitting 139, so that's good. Keep going, NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any volume here to indicate that it's done. So many jokes to be made. Exactly, Sandra. We don't have Andrew to say, okay, let's get back into character. I don't know what character he's trying to get back into, because he usually says that and starts talking about his latest mushroom trip or something.
Yeah, or frog experience.
Oh, frog licking, or whatever's happening.
That's what frog licking will do to you.
I'm truly unimpressed with the whole frog licking thing. It really just seems ridiculous to me.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah, if there's ever anything that on the face of it just screams, this is not a good idea, like that seems to be it.
But a ladder up the ask is okay.
Sometimes
seems to be.
Yep.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
All right, 139.11. Here we are. NVIDIA just continues to rip here.
Yeah,
Qs are
surprised
ripping.
After the slow start. It's
yeah, you see that Tesla popped back up. Now it's back near 340 again. Yeah, SMCI is kind of done.
Yeah, not really surprised by that. Now, with the markets closing early, again, reminder for anybody that might have just joined us, markets close at 1 o'clock today. So, we're expecting volumes to, about now, start to drop off. And things might get a little lazy. You never know. I mean, with NVIDIA moving like this, there might be some pockets of good price action happening out there. But, just don't force any trades, guys. Today's not the day to try and make anything happen. If it's just not happening, it's not happening. Don't worry about it. Because of that, we're operating on a light crew here because a lot of people are taking the day off. I don't think we've got a special guest, Brent, here.
We do not.
For the show.
I think we'll end at 10:30.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Off to do whatever they're going to do, Corey. I won't dictate that. But if that's your plan, I would advise against it. Or at least think carefully. Really, really carefully. Bitcoin futures. Yeah, I see that. I've got my Bitcoin futures at 99,975. Oh, it just dropped again.
Yeah, the Qs are continuing to push higher. SPY's continuing to push higher. Pockets of red here. Microsoft's down a little bit. MU, Square, PayPal, all down a bit. It's like the 10-year yields are down. What's that?
Just reacting to a comment in the chat. Maybe Andrew's kissing frogs to try and find his princess. Aren't frogs generally asexual? So if they can,
yes,
if they can create a prince, can't they create a princess
genders,
just as easily?
Yeah.
And there you go. So why not? Maybe that was his objective. Still, I will definitely be advising against him kissing any frog he sees while we're traveling.
While you're traveling, Utape.
Well, I can't control him when he's out of my sight, but if he's there, I at least.
So some of our people are already in Colombia. I guess Avi got there.
Okay, he made it. Did he? Excellent.
Yes, apparently. All right, Jared is here. He's hanging out in the wings. I think he's SMCI. I'm looking at SMCI. It's kind of broken out here.
That is either the most awesome Kermit video or the most disturbing I've ever seen. I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, Jared is being busy. He might be trading this MSTR.
It's not easy being green.
All right. Well, what to do?
UMAC ended up being fairly disappointing so far, but Mara and AHCR have had good moves. MSD, wow, I should have MSTR on a screen here somewhere. Why don't I? I'm going to put it here. MSTR. What's it doing?
What is MSTR?
It's a fairly light move for MSTR. It's only moved about $10 here today. That's like nothing for it.
It was up earlier. I think it was up more. It was up closer to $20 a little while ago, or at least in the pre-market. I thought I saw it up there.
Well, it's higher than it was pre-market, I think.
Mara's continuing to move. SMCI continuing to bust a move here.
Yeah, Poe, I wasn't talking from the previous day close. I just meant in price action so far this morning. Jesse. Rookie numbers.
SMCI looks like it's heading to 33 maybe.
Yeah, it could be. It's really bouncing back.
Yeah, it's bouncing back here. It's back into an area we spent a lot of time, so the Q's got to be pretty extended here. Video, finally pulling back. Tesla basically getting into a very sort of choppy range-bound trading. I suspect that we might get that with NVIDIA as well as the volume really starts to drop off here. Tesla volume's really dropping off. We got a nice pickup in volume on SMCI. But see what's going on with the Qs here. Again, volume really starting to drop off here, even on Qs and SPY. Here we go. We're heading to 33 on SMCI. Some big order right there. There's people front.
All right.
People
Well,
front running that.
Yeah. SPY and the Qs both both getting good gains here so far this morning, but on lower volume. I'm going to keep reminding you of that because it just makes things a little more dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, SMCI couldn't quite get there. Yeah, the volume really thinned out on it too. Like the orders at 33 really kind of started to lighten up there.
NVIDIA, what are you going to do, buddy? I don't know. NVIDIA is starting to look more shortable, but it's not the good, strong type of move I like to short against. So,
no.
Well, it may be one of these days where I just get this tiny little trade on the open and then nothing. That's okay. If that happens, so be it. Gary's convinced NVIDIA's going to 140. He's also in favor of a good ask ladder.
I think
he says very carefully.
You definitely have some orders there. You got a lot of orders at 139.50, 134, 140.
Tesla. Yeah, Tesla's back up here.
Going. Yeah, Tesla's. Wow, look at Tesla broke out. Wow. That was quite the move after consolidating there. Google's dropping again back down to the VWAP. SMCI is trying to get back to 33. I don't know if it's going to do that or not. Yeah, everything's kind of, I wouldn't want to chase NVIDIA here, but it does kind of look like it wants to go, but it almost feels like there's some real sellers here at 39, 139.25. Where's spent a lot of time in this area, NVIDIA, so just be aware of that. Let's see what Tesla's looking like. Tesla does have some orders here, 342, possible.
NVIDIA. Do you do any Black Friday shopping, Brian?
Not per se. I might be. Maybe I'll grab some Lululemon stuff. There is. I
have another rant about Black Friday, but pet peeve.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can go to the Bearable Trading website, and if you want to sign up for my swing trade video emails, I think it's under education, and it's this place to sign up is right at the bottom. I don't think you have to be a member to sign up for the email. You get one email a week from me normally, unless I'm taking the day off. Yeah, join our newsletter. It's Swing Trading by Brian. It's right at the bottom of the education tab. And like I said, you'll get one email a week from me. We do not bombard you with emails every day. Either that, or you can just subscribe to my email or my video on YouTube, which is just under my name, Brian Pezim, and you can just subscribe there. It is a public thing. You like that, Peter?
Just Jesse's comments on people being weak these days. I remember standing in line to have to fight for the toy of the. They used to. We don't seem to have the hot toys anymore. Maybe that's just me, but I think it's too easy to get things online. So shortage. I mean, it used to be like every year there was a hot toy for Christmas that everybody was trying to get. It seemed like that went on for a good. I don't know, 20 years or so, and then
always like
every year. Yeah, Beanie Babies or Cabbage Patch Kids or Tickle Me Elmo or like every year there was something new that was the hot toy of the year that everybody had to have. And if you're a parent, you had to go engage in like hand-to-hand combat to try and get
Yeah.
And Furbies, still creepy to this day.
Oh, but yes.
Like it just doesn't feel like there's any of those anymore. Maybe I'm just not in the loop because my kids are older, but
Pokemon cards, they're huge.
Are they?
Still?
I don't know.
Yeah, they can be worth a lot.
Roblox? Yeah, it's all Roblox now.
Yeah, we need Carlos here. He knows what's hip.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's hip to be square.
That's the thing about the whole buying stuff for Roblox. They have an unlimited supply. They could sell you as many as you want. It's all electrons.
Oh, there's John's. What is that's a Countach, isn't it?
Lambo, yeah, it's an old school.
Yeah. Well, now I told you about. I mentioned about NVIDIA spending too much time right at 139.25. That's what happens if a stock continues to just bang its head against a level. Eventually, people start to go, maybe this isn't going to go up. Yeah. Here we go. Here goes Tesla popping through.
Tesla's still running and gunning.
Yes, sir. Crap. I wish I still had some of those calls, but I'm not. Wasn't going to stick through that pullback. Google is chesting the low of day again here, or low of or yesterday or Wednesday's low, I should say.
Don't worry, I kept stumbling over that this morning as well. Last trading day, whenever the heck that was.
Whenever that was.
Anyways. See, I always wonder why we have black. This is like just bad imitation here in Canada. We should not have Black Friday sales. Isn't Black Friday defined as the Friday after? It's the Friday after Thanksgiving. Well, we don't have the Thanksgiving, so why would we have Black Friday? Now, originally, this was supposed to be the day when stores went black for the year, wasn't it? Everything else after that was gravy, wasn't that?
That's why it's called Black Friday.
People used to die. I don't know if you remember those news events, but it was crazy. No, I don't. People would be trampled to death.
Trampled, exactly.
Yeah. It was bad.
Just to get
it tickled me Elmo.
To get that
that 30-inch big screen TV.
Exactly.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, just, I guess, you can't blame retail for trying to create excuses for shopping. That's their job. It's what they do. But
yes.
I can blame the rest of us for going along with it.
Well, it's funny. I keep hearing about how the credit card debt is up and delinquencies are kind of record highs, but people keep spending. People like
yes,
people like John.
Yes,
buying those model Countachs.
My bank account may be limited, but my credit is eternal.
If the rich can do it, the poor can do it too.
There you go. Yeah. All right. Well, let's call it a day here for YouTube. We're getting to 10:30 now, so and there was definitely some trading opportunities here today. SMCI and Google and Tesla and Nvidia. So never a dull moment when it comes to the markets.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, if you took advantage of the opportunity, good for you. Don't force any trades. As I said, we're expecting it to be a little quieter. So take care. Have a good rest of your Friday. Remember, markets close at 1. We'll see you back here Monday morning on YouTube. So take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Brian.
And live from Colombia, by the way.
Yeah, I'll look forward to meeting your turkey hat in person.
Let's hope it all works out.
All right. Let's hope we get there. All right. Take care, everybody. Cheers.
Later. Thanks, Brent.
Anytime.